Okay, so in this video I'll be showing how to make an adjustable dog collar closure. One sort of like this one, and they're very handy if you don't have the dog's specific neck size. It can pretty much be put on to any type of dog collar. Instead of using buckles, you just use rectangular steel ring and a rectangular buckle, such as that. So the parts and tools you will need I have laid out here. I have nylon webbing, a rectangular steel ring, a steel buckle, a D-ring, some metal grommets, and you can use thread and needle and stitch this onto your D-ring, or you can use what I have been using lately, some screw rivets. And for tools, you'll need a hammer, you'll need some scissors. If you use the Screwback rivet, you'll need a screwdriver. And for the metal grommets, you will need this setting tool for the grommet, like that. They're very cheap on Amazon. Get them for a couple bucks. And to do the holes in the webbing for the grommets, you'll need this hole punch tool, and that also is very cheap. One thing you need to do is, if you're going to purchase this webbing and the hardware, make sure that all of it is matching sizes. For this one, I believe I have a 5/8 inch for this set, and so I got 5/8 inch buckle, 5/8 inch rectangular steel ring, 5/8 inch D-ring. Okay, so I'll show you how to make this. Okay, so first thing you want to do is cut your piece of nylon webbing. I usually cut them about, about 6 inches long. However long you want to make it adjustable for. Just add about an inch or so to wrap around your rectangular steel ring, and leave enough working room for your rivet or stitching, like that. So, you made your cut of nylon webbing, and now for the end that's going to go through the buckle, I like to cut little corners off just to make it easier to slip through the buckle. And then on each end you want to take a lighter and just melt around the edges so it doesn't start fraying. Like so. And let's see. First thing we're going to do is put the holes in to the webbing. Now here I use this hole punch. I believe it's for leather. So in leather, what you would do is take the hole punch where you want to place the hole, take a hammer, punch the hole through it. With nylon webbing, I find it's much easier to stick it in a drill and just drill the holes that you want. And there we go. It'll put a nice clean cut hole in it. And I do the holes about every maybe 3/4 of an inch. There we go. Just be for example. And then what you want to do is get your grommets out. Now, grommets I like to use one piece that goes through the hole and then also has a backing plate on it. It really kind of prevents it from falling out in the future. So the little backing plate is like a washer, like so. And what you need to do is take this piece of the setting tool, put the backing plate through one of your holes, or no, put the through piece through one of your holes, put it through the tool there, so it is like that, and then put that little backing piece, washer piece, on top of it, like that. And the other part of the setting tool, like that. And then take your hammer, and usually it only takes about 2 strikes and it'll be set in there nice and clean. I'm going to do that off camera because if I do that on this surface, it'll shake the camera off the support. There we go. That's all it took. There we go. It's set. So, however many holes you put into your webbing, just do that many grommets, and I'll be back to show you how to attach it to the rectangular steel ring. Okay, so what you'll want to do is, after you set all your grommets, have 2 additional holes down towards the other end, maybe about an inch, inch and a half apart from each other, and you're going to slip your D-ring and your rectangular steel ring between those 2 holes, fold it over so that those 2 holes match up, and then that is where you're going to put the screw for your screw rivet through the hole, and then take your rivet. I use little spike rivets on the other side and just screw them together. There we go. And for a little added safety, you could put some Loctite or thread locker on the thread of that screw so it doesn't, you know, potentially come loose later and fall off. And there you go. Then you have your buckle and your strap. And it'll connect like that. You have your adjustable dog collar closure. And then for putting your weave on to this, you just do one end of the weave right here next to the pin on your buckle, and then the other part of the weave you do right here on the other side of your rectangular steel ring. Do your weave. I'd say do it about 3 inches smaller than the dog you're going to fit it for, than the size of their neck, because then the size of their neck will probably go on about the smallest fitting, and then you got room to grow if the dog gets bigger, if it's a young puppy, or if the dog gets fat, you can still fit your collar. Alright, thank you.